Welcome, my angels, to another beautiful class. Today we have a topic: poverty. Poverty. Do you remember some of the citizens' rights that we learned about in lesson 2? We learned that all Nigerian citizens are equal. If all Nigerian citizens are equal, why are some Nigeria rich and some poor? If we have the right to education, why are there children on the street selling things instead of going to school? If we all have the right to be anything that we want to be, why do some Nigerians not have jobs? Most Nigerians live in poverty, and this means that they are poor. Now, what is the meaning of poverty? What is poverty? Poverty is when people do not have the things that everyone needs. Now, because they cannot afford them, some of these things the poor people may not be able to afford are: 1. Good water. Clean water. Clean water. The poor will not be able to afford clean water. Another one is good food. Yes, the poor will not be able to afford good food. Why? Because they are poor. They will look at health care. Now, the poor will not be able to go to the hospital to treat himself when he's sick. Why? Because he or she is poor. Another one is education. The poor will not be able to send their children to school. Why? Because they will not be able to afford the school fees. Another one is clothing. The poor will not be able to afford clothes for himself and the children. Why? Because they are poor. Now we look at home to live in. Now, do you know that there are some people who live in an uncompleted building? Why? Because they are poor. They are not able to afford good homes. Now, what causes poverty? Now, poverty has many causes. People do not always agree on why there is poverty. The one thing most people agree about is that there is a lot of poverty when a country is not developed. So Nigeria is not a developed country. So one reason, or what causes poverty, we have when a country is not developed. So when a country is not developed, the citizens will be poor, or the country will be poor. Now, another one is government corruption. Now, when the government is corrupt, the money that is supposed to be given to the citizens, those in power, they will eat it. And this, as a result of this, the country will be poor. Another reason is poor access to education. No classroom, no good classrooms for the kids to stay to learn. No chairs, no table. We say there is poor access to education. And another reason is poor access to health care. When the poor is not able to pay bills in the hospitals, they are not able to go to the hospital just because when they are sick, just because they don't have money. So this also causes poverty in the country. We also look at climate change, when there is change in the climate. Now if you look at this slide, you will see the ground is not yielding fruits, harvest very well. Why? Because there is a change in a climate. So with this, farmers will not be able to get good products to sell and make money. So it's also a cause of poverty in a country. They will look at lack of job or lack of government support. Now when the government did not support the citizens, no job. Even when the citizens, when they are in need of job or they are in need of money, the government will not support. It can also cause poverty. We look at lack of jobs. When there are no job for the citizens to do in order to get money to take care of themselves and their family, we say it's also a cause of poverty. What an interesting class. I hope you're able to learn the meaning of poverty, the things that you'll be able to learn the meaning of poverty, some of the things that poor people may not have, and also what causes poverty. Do well to attempt your quiz and assignment. I'll see you in our next class. I love you. Bye for now.